Hello, my dear children. Today in English, we are going to learn a new poem, and the topic is Growing Up. Here we have two different poems. The first one is Mr. Thomas Frog, and the second one is The Butterfly. Now, children, let's first read both the poems and then I'll explain it to you. Mr. Thomas Frog. Little Tommy Tadpole began to weep and wail, for little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail, and his mother didn't know him as he wept upon a log. For he wasn't Tommy Tadpole, but Mr. Thomas Frog by C.J. Dennis. The Butterfly. The fuzzy little butterfly, curled upon a leaf, made herself a chrysalis and then fell asleep. While she was sleeping, she dreamt that she could fly, and later, when she woke up, she was a butterfly. Let's understand the meaning of the first poem, that is Mr. Thomas Frog. Little Tommy Tadpole began to weep and wail, for little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail. Now, in the first stanza, we come to know that there is a little tadpole. Tadpole is the baby of a frog. And that tadpole, he began to weep and wail. Weep and wail means he was crying loudly. Let's see why he was crying. For little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail. Now, as we know that a tadpole has a tail, but as the tadpole grows older and older, it transitions into a frog. It becomes a frog. Children, we have also learned this in EVS 1. When the living things change their appearance when they grow older, and this process is known as metamorphosis. Okay, we have seen the life cycle of a butterfly. The butterfly undergoes metamorphosis. The same happens with a frog. When the frog lays eggs, a tadpole comes out. It looks like a fish. It has gills and a tail. Then slowly the tadpole gets little tiny hands and the tail begins to vanish. And the last stage is the frog, where he gets limbs but the tail is gone. So here also the little Tommy Tadpole has lost his tail because he has grown older and he has become a frog, and that is why he is crying. And his mother didn't know him as he wept upon a log. So he was crying and he was sitting on a log. A log is a wooden tree trunk. So the frog was sitting there and crying. For he wasn't Tommy Tadpole, but Mr. Thomas Frog. So from Tommy Tadpole, he became Mr. Thomas Frog. I hope that you have understood this poem. Let's look at the next one. The Butterfly. The fuzzy little caterpillar, curled upon a leaf, made herself a chrysalis, and then she fell asleep. Let's look at the first line, the fuzzy little caterpillar. Now, children, if you look at the caterpillar closely, there is small fine hair on the body of the caterpillar. That small fuzz makes the caterpillar look fuzzy. Okay, there is hair, small tiny hairs on the body of the caterpillar. And the caterpillar is curled upon a leaf. What does a caterpillar do? Yes, the caterpillar eats the leaves of the tree all day long until the time it gets very fat. Then it forms a chrysalis around itself, and later on it emerges as a butterfly. This process is also known as metamorphosis. We have seen no in life cycle of a butterfly. First the butterfly, adult butterfly, legs. Then from the egg comes out a caterpillar. Then the next stage is chrysalis, where when the caterpillar has grown old enough, it forms a hard covering around itself that is known as chrysalis or pupa. And later on, after some days, the chrysalis opens and a beautiful butterfly emerges out of it. So, this little caterpillar had formed a chrysalis around itself. It had made a chrysalis and then fell asleep. So, inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar it fell asleep. While she was sleeping, she dreamt that she could fly. When we go to sleep at night, we also dream about different things, no? Oh my god, I'm in a land of chocolates. There are so many chocolates. Or I failed my exam. So, like this, we have different dreams. Some are the good ones and some are the bad ones. So, the caterpillar is also dreaming. And what is she dreaming about? She is dreaming that she could fly in the air, high up in the air. Then later on, when she woke up, she found out that she had already become a butterfly. So, this means that when the chrysalis cracked open, the caterpillar had woken up and it had transitioned into a beautiful butterfly. So, I hope that you have understood both the poems. They are about growing up, how the organism changes its appearance when it grows up, which is known as metamorphosis. Now, children, let us read both the poems together. Mr. Thomas Frog. Little Tommy Tadpole began to weep and wail, for little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail, and his mother didn't know him, as he wept upon a log, for he wasn't Tommy Tadpole, but Mr. Thomas Frog, by C.J. Dennis. The Butterfly. The fuzzy little caterpillar curled upon a leaf, made herself a chrysalis, and then fell asleep. While she was sleeping, she dreamed that she could fly, and later she woke up, she was a butterfly. I hope that you have understood both the poems. Thank you, children, and have a nice day. Bye.